Guiding Light, presented by Mild Ivory, 99 and 44 100% pure, to help skin that wears makeup stay young.
Come on, give me that just for a minute. Hello? Yes, well, I think you're probably a little bit too much. Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? What's that? What you looking at? Huh? Yeah, you're awfully strong to stand up by yourself like that. Huh? What is that? Is it your saddle? Huh? Yeah.
Hi, Johnny.
Oh, hi. Oh, everything's fine.
Oh, she looks so happy.
She's in a good mood.
Now we got a built-in babysitter in the family.
You know, I don't think she minded being with me at all. She didn't cry once.
Oh, you've broken a record, Johnny. Jones always cries with babysitters. Well, I guess she knows that you're her cousin, and she's pretty crazy about you.
Well, it's mutual. I'm pretty crazy about her, too. I wish she'd go out and leave us alone together more often.
You really liked taking care of her.
Oh, sure. She's so cute. How could I help it?
Look, she's not always so cute. She's been known to complain very loudly when she doesn't like her babysitter, so obviously you rate very high.
You know what I did, Aunt Jane? I even fed her a little bit from the bottle.
Oh, you're a model babysitter, Johnny.
Oh, well, any time, Aunt Jane. She's some baby, that Amy. I'd like to have a baby like that myself.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you being a little premature? I mean, you're not thinking of getting married, are you?
Well, everybody thinks about it, Uncle George.
Well, think about it for a long time. You just got out of high school.
I say think about it for 6 or 7 more years, Johnny, if you want to be a doctor.
All right, now, wait a minute. Maybe I'm going a little overboard here. I mean, you're not seriously thinking of getting married.
Well, no, I guess I'm not. It was just, well, living here with you and seeing how happy you two are with Amy made me think.
Look, don't let it make you think too fast.
I won't. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you something. How's Mrs. Scott getting along in your office?
Well, she's fine. She's a very capable woman. I just wish she could come down and work for me full time.
Yeah? From what Peggy says, I guess she'd like that herself, but Mr. Scott doesn't want her to work at all, you know.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Speaking of marriage, why did they ever get married again? Do you know?
That's an odd question. Why do people generally get married?
Well, usually because they love each other.
Don't you think that they love each other, John?
Well, I know that Mrs. Scott doesn't love Mr. Scott. She told Peggy. Just before they got remarried, she warned Peggy that she didn't love him and maybe the marriage wouldn't work out so well.
Well, does Peggy think that it hasn't worked out?
Well, Peggy was so happy about it at the beginning that she was just hoping, I guess, that her mother would fall in love with her father again.
Yeah, well, are you saying that Peggy now thinks that this isn't going to happen?
Well, she's afraid it isn't. I don't know, I'm worried about her. She's awfully upset about her parents right now.
Well, look, has it occurred to her that her parents remarried just to make her happy?
That's a marriage for love, in a sense, Johnny. They married because they love her.
I guess you could say that, Aunt Jane, but who marries somebody they're angry at?
Well, does Peggy think her parents are angry at each other?
Oh, I know that Mrs. Scott's still mad at her husband for walking out on them a long time ago. Now, why would a woman remarry a man who did that to her?
Look, Johnny, is this a question in your mind or in Peggy's?
No, it's my question. The thing I can't understand is, why would she risk getting married again, even for Peggy's sake?
People will risk a lot, Johnny, for a child they love.
Johnny, look, if Peggy's unhappy about her parents, I think I have some advice that you could give her.
Mm-hmm.
She should be more realistic. She should appreciate the fact that there can be a great deal of value in this marriage, even if they don't love each other.
Even if they hate each other?
I mean, hate each other.
Peggy thinks they hate each other?
She got any good reason for thinking this?
I'm afraid she does.
What is it?
Well, I was told not to say anything, but... Well, I know you'll keep it to yourselves.
Yes, of course.
The other night, Peggy overheard her parents arguing. And couldn't tell what it was about, really, but the sound of their voices told him that they seemed to hate each other.
No, look. People can quarrel without hating. Now, she could have imagined this.
Yeah, but the only trouble is that she did hear some of it. She seemed to get that Mr. Scott forced Mrs. Scott to remarry him somehow. Well, I told Peggy there's no sense imagining about it. She should just go to her father and ask her about that quarrel. Well, she said she was going to do that.
Then I heard you say that you still had Mom on a big, strong leash. She couldn't get away from you, but she had to stay married to you. What did you mean by that?